What's going on, yogis? Hi, it's been a minute. It's been a minute, but I'm gonna bring you guys a full-on class today. Let's hop right into it. What's going on? My name is Champion Yogi. This is my Ocean Wave series that I'm bringing to you right now. Remember, the Ocean Wave series is very beginner friendly and is going to show you a few ways to not only do the different asanas, but it's going to show you a few ways to get into and transition in and out of those few asanas. Take the opportunity, take the repetition, do them the way that it feels good to you. Try out a few different ways and see what works out for you. But most importantly, find a comfortable space for your practice. We're going to get into a little bit of strong arms today. There's also going to be some legs, some core. We're going to let it all work out today. But I want you to bring some intention to those arms because we are going to strengthen them a little bit today. Okay? Let's hop into it. Let's get started. I don't like to wait. I don't like to hold it up. We're going to come on to the top of your mat. Now, remember, the top of your mat is right here at either side, left side or right side. But most important thing is you want to leave yourself a little bit of space at the top of your mat. Okay. So not quite toes to the edge, but leave yourself a little bit of space so you can have that space at the top of your mat. Now, with your feet, you want to look down at your feet, check your toes, check your heels, make sure they're evenly spread apart. If your feet are as wide as your waist, that's usually going to give you the best space to support your balance. If you like and if it feels good, you're allowed to bring your feet a little bit closer or even all the way together to that space. But it does kind of impact your balance a little bit and it may make it a little bit more challenging. So think about that over the course of your practice. If you're finding some challenge with your balance, maybe spread your feet out a little bit wider and find that space. From here, we're going to shift the weight back into the heels of the feet so you can lift those toes and move them around and play with them. And then stack your body, ankles over your heels, knees are over your ankles, and your hips or over your knees. We want to lengthen the spine nice and long. Roll the shoulders back so they stack right over the hips. And then bring the top of the head to the very top of the body so the gaze is perfectly forward. Take your right hand, wrap it around your belly. Left hand, wrap it around your chest. Take a deep inhale. Exhale. Good. Relax the hands down by the sides. Now let's have our upper body warm up. So roll the wrist around a little bit. Move the shoulders and the arms a little bit. Maybe some side body stretches to get into both sides a little bit. Rolling the head around in a big circle. Left side, right side, clockwise and counterclockwise. Make sure you give your whole upper body all the good movements you feel like it needs. Get ready to go because we're going to move. Okay. Let's get started again. Toes and heels equally apart, weight into the heels of the feet, ankles, knees, hips, long through that spine, top of your head at the very top of the body. This time your left hand is going to wrap around the belly. The right hand is going to come around the chest. Take a deep inhale. Exhale. Good. Blowing it all the way out. Relax the hands down and do the lower body now. So shift from one side to the other. Rock and roll the heels all the way around. Make sure you go clockwise and counterclockwise. Also into the hips. Roll the knees around a little bit, clockwise and counterclockwise. Make sure we get both sides. Make sure we do all that movement. Feel the balance as you shift from left to right. Engage your core muscles to find that balance. A little bit of a squat. That's for the quads to wake up, rising up onto the toes. That's for the heels, the feet, the calves, all that kind of stuff to wake itself up. Now, we're going to start with those 12 sun salutation A's for the first half of class. Through those sun salutation A's, I'm going to throw some things in there to help us kind of warm up the shoulders and the lower body a little bit. But before that, let's hop into this first one. We're going to go nice and slow. Be kind to your body. Take a listen. This is the round where I'm going to give you the most options. So find the ones that feels best for you. And remember to use them all class long, okay? Right here, toes, heels, equally apart. The weight is into the heels of your feet, ankles, knees, hips, long through the spine, top of your head, top of your body. Inhale, reach the hands all the way up. Now, as we come to this upper hands position, remember your shoulders need to relax down and away from the ears, okay? This bicep and this tricep area, we want to start pulling it back to try to open up, keeping the top of the head at the top of the body. If your shoulders are tighter, bring your hands a little bit wider and have the space. If your shoulders love a good stretch, bring your hands all the way together and have this space. As long as those shoulders stay relaxed down and they're back behind the ears, we're good. Stay rooted through the feet and long through your side body. Take an exhale, bend into the knees first, and come on down to the first forward fold of the day. Now, in this forward fold position, we're trying to connect the belly to the thigh. So bend your knees enough so that belly thigh connection starts to happen. Allow the top of your head to melt down towards the mat so you can find that long spine from here. You want to find some stretch in the back of the hamstrings. If you're already feeling it, great, you're there. Stay right there. If you need a little bit more, lift the hips up a little bit higher and pull the body down to get a little deeper into this fold. Have the fold that you like. Remember, you can move your body from left to right if that feels good to you. You can take your peace fingers under your toes, hands under your feet, whatever you like, hands behind your legs. Just find a good forward fold with the belly down to the thighs. Inhale, halfway lift. So we're going to bring the shoulders up to the hip height. You want to flatten out that back. So press the belly down and lift the chest up. And remember, look down at your mat. Have that long spine all the way through the top of your head. Your hands will support you just over your knees. But if you want a little bit of challenge today for your core, float the hands back next to the hips and let the palms come down towards the floor. Good. Exhale, bend the knees and fold. Let's come all the way back down. This time the palms are going to make their way down to the mat. And then you'll take an inhale, step the right foot back, and the left foot back, and come to a high plank pose. Now, in this high plank, you want your shoulders over your elbows, elbows over your wrists, and your core muscles to be engaged. Remember, when your knees come down behind your hips, you're still in high plank. This is the same thing, just a little bit of support for your lower core. So have the knees up, have the knees down, have it the way you like it. Let's go into our first chaturanga, our vinyasa flow. Shift forward and squeeze those elbows into the sides. Remember, keep the gaze down. Flip your toes, lift your chest, roll your shoulders up, back, and down the body to open up for this up dog. And you can press into the toes to float the knees for a little more, or you can lower the knees and bend the elbows for a little less. Maybe get a little lighter in the hands as you lift here. Exhale. Let's go up to our down facing dog. Tuck your toes under, lift your hips up, rotate your belly towards your thighs and your face through your arms towards your toes. Try to relax your shoulders down and away from the ears. Roll the elbows together. And remember here, you can pedal the knees. You can sway the hips. You can move the body in any way that feels good to you. Let's breathe for three, two, and then we're going to go back to the top of the mat. Take as many steps as you need. One big step, a bunch of steps, right foot, left foot, all the way back to the top. Inhale, halfway lift. Nice flat back. Remember, press the belly down. Exhale, fold. This time, with your chin into the chest, roll your spine all the way up to the top. Shoulders come over the hips, head comes over the shoulders, hands all the way over the head. We have an intentional breath right here. Take a deep inhale. Use these core muscles and blow it out. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. And then let's go a little bit quicker. Exhale, bend the knees, belly to the thighs, forward fold, top of the head coming down to the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Nice flat back, strong core. Exhale, palms come down to the mat. We're going to step the left foot back this time, right foot back. Find that high plank again. Knees up or down is still a high plank. Let's go through your vinyasa at your own breath. Exhale, low plank. Squeeze the elbows in. Good. Flip the toes, lift the chest. Up dog. Lift the chest nice and high and roll the shoulders back. Exhale, tuck your toes, lift your hips, downward facing dog. Pedal it out. Reset, recover, breathe, breathe, breathe. Hold for three, two, and then let's step it back to the top. Left foot, right foot. Remember, take as many steps as you need. One big step, a whole bunch of steps is up to you how you like it. Inhale, halfway lift, flatten the back. Exhale, fold all the way down. And with your chin into your chest, allow that spine to roll all the way up to the top. Shoulders, head, hands reach up nice and high. And exhale, bring the hands to heart center. All right. Let's start having some fun with these sun salutations. We're going to hop into a wide leg fold. So when we make it back to the down dog, not right now, but when we make it back to the down facing dog in that vinyasa, the sun salutation flow, you'll step the left foot to the top, walk the hands around, and then come to this wide leg fold. Fold the body down and bring the hands behind you, palms together, interlace the fingers. Pull the hands off the hips to try to open into the shoulders. If your hamstrings feel like they're doing a lot in this space, bend into the knees and sink down a little and still continue that shoulder opener, okay? Let's start on the right side, hop into it right here. Toes, heels, equally apart. Wait until the heels of your feet, ankles, knees, hips, long through the spine, top of your head, top of your body. Inhale and reach the hands all the way up. Relax those shoulders down. Exhale, bend the knees, belly to the thighs. Find that forward fold. Let's flow through. Inhale, halfway lift, your choice with the hands. Exhale, palms to the mat. Step back, right foot back, left foot back, high plank pose. And here's your vinyasa flow. Exhale, low plank. Squeeze those elbows in. Up dog. Flip the toes, lift the chest. Roll the shoulders back, down dog. Tuck your toes. Lift your hips. Rest the heels down with a little bend into the knees right here and relax those shoulders. Here we go. Inhale. Right leg rises for three-legged down dog. Exhale. Step the right foot forward to the top of the mat. Now, rotate the toes as you walk the hands around towards the left. Find this wide leg space. Toes and heels are equally apart. Exhale. Lower the belly through the legs and the top of the head down to the mat. Take your hands behind you, palms together, interlace your fingers. Pull the hands off the hips and open these shoulders. Breathe for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hands come back to the hips and then down to the mat. We're going to walk back to the top of the mat. Rotate the right toes, the back heel. Good. Inhale, step back to a plank. Here's the option for another vinyasa. Low plank. Good. Up dog. Roll it back in downward facing dog. Remember that second vinyasa, you can skip it if you like to, right? You don't necessarily have to do another chaturanga. You just want to rise up to a down dog. Feel free to do that. You want to come back and have a quick child's pose right here. Feel free to do that. It's always here. It's always an option every single round. Let's go back to the top. Right foot, left foot, forward fold. Bending those knees as much as you need to. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Roll your spine all the way up to the top. We're going to have that intentional breath. Take a deep inhale. Blow it out. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, belly to the thighs, and forward fold. Good. Inhale, halfway lift, flatten the back. Exhale, fold all the way down. Left foot steps back, right foot steps back, high plank pose. Knees up or down. Have your flow. Low plank, squeeze the elbows in. Good. Lift the chest, up dog or cobra, whichever one feels good to you. Down dog. Exhale, lift those hips, rest into the heels, relax the shoulders. Here we go. Inhale, left leg rises, three-legged down dog. Exhale, left foot steps to the top. Walk it around towards the right. Rotate the toes, wide leg space. Fold the belly down, hands behind the back. Pull the hands away from the hips. A little bend into the knees if you need it for those hamstrings. Breathe for 3, 2, and 1. Good. Hands back to the hips and then down to the mat. Good. Rotate back towards the top of the mat. Left toes, back heel up. Let's take the left leg back to a plank. Vinyasa, low plank, up dog, and downward facing dog. Remember, feel free to skip over this chaturanga and this up dog to get back to your reset space, your down dog, your child's pose, whatever you need it to be. Breathe for 2 and 1. Exhale. Left, right, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Roll your spine all the way up to the top. Shoulders, head, hands reach up nice and high. Exhale, we're going to bring the hands to heart center. Next round, we're going to go for a goddess this time. So same thing, down facing dog. We'll take the right leg up. We'll step the right foot forward. We'll walk the hands all the way around. From here, you're going to bring your heels in, take your toes out. Now you just need your toes to go out a little bit to find your goddess. But if you really like goddess and you really want to open up, take those toes all the way out left and right. It's your choice. Let your hips sink down, lift your chest up, and most importantly, stack your shoulders over your hips. Pull that chest back to sink into that goddess, okay? Let's get into it right here. Toes, heels equally apart. Inhale, reach the hands all the way up. Biceps behind the ears. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, belly to the thighs. Inhale, halfway lift. Flat back, exhale, palms to the mat. Right foot back, left foot back, high plank pose. Have your vinyasa, knees up or down, low plank. Good. Up, down. Nice. Downward facing dog. Rest into the heels. Relax the shoulders and roll the elbows together. Inhale. Right leg rises, three-legged down dog. Exhale. Step the right foot to the top of the mat. Walk it around towards your left. Wide leg space. Heels come in, toes go out. Sink the hips down, lift the chest up. You can bring your hands to your heart right here, over your head right here. Take them out wide if you like. Press into those pinky toes and allow those hips to sink in. Stack the shoulders over the hips. Breathe for 3. You got it. 2 and 1. Bring the hands down, take the heels out, walk your hands back to the top of the mat and rotate the toes. Step back to that plank. Option to float this right foot right here as you go through that vinyasa. Give yourself a little bit more challenge if that's what you're looking for today. Rest into those heels, reset, breathe, breathe, breathe. Back at the top of the mat, exhale, right foot, left foot, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Roll your spine all the way up. Shoulders over the hips, head over the shoulders, hands over the head. Intentional breath. Deep inhale. Blow it out. Exhale. One more inhale. Exhale and fold all the way down, belly to the thighs. Let's do it again. Inhale, halfway lift. Options for the hands. Exhale, fold. Palms to the mat. Bend your knees so those palms get down. Left foot back, right foot back. High plank pose. Have your vinyasa knees up or down. Low plank. Good. Up dog. Nice and downward facing dog. Going back to that God, starting with a three-legged down dog. Inhale, left leg rises. Exhale, left foot steps to the top. Walk it around. Rotate the toes. Find that center. Good. Heels come in. Toes go out. Hips sink down. Chest rises up. Good. Play around with the hands as you like. Sink into those hips. Strong into those pinky toes. Breathe for 3, 2, and 1. Bring the hands down, take the heels out, walk it back to the left, return back to that runner's lunge. Step back to your plank, vinyasa, down dog, child's pose. Remember, you don't have to go through that vinyasa again. You can just rise up and reset back in this down dog. Find you some pedals, find you some movement. Child's pose is always there. Breathe for 3, 2, back at the top, left, right, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Roll your spine all the way up to the top. Shoulders, head, hands reach up nice and high. Exhale, bring the hands to heart center. Next up, humble warrior. We're going to step the right foot to the top of the mat. Find a good lunge alignment. Sometimes when we step this right foot forward, it just doesn't come all the way far as we need it to. So in this space, use those toes, use those heels, work it around, find that space. Feel free to lower this back knee down to help you get that foot as far as you need it to as well. And then you can just tuck the toe and rise back up. Now from here to find your humble warrior, we're going to rotate the back heel down. And then we'll keep this shoulder rested down onto this knee. If you want to rise up a little higher, you can be up a little higher as well. Take your hands behind your back, pull your chin into your chest, and lift your hands off the hips and open up for that humble warrior. Remember, you can always bring that right shoulder inside of the knee and sink down a little deeper, or you can just be up a little bit higher. But most important thing is to lift those hands off the hips and try to open those shoulders. You need to open up those shoulders. We have some chaturangas coming in. Toes, heels equally apart. Inhale, reach the hands all the way up. Exhale, bend the knees, belly to the thighs, and fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flatten the back. Exhale, palms to the mat. Take it back, right foot, left foot, high plank pose, knees up or down, vinyasa, low plank. Good. Flip the toes, lift the chest, up dog. You can have that cobra if you like, down dog. Take your hips back towards the heels before you let them rise all the way up and rest into the heels. Relax the shoulders. Here we go, humble warrior. Inhale, right leg rises. Exhale, step the right foot to the top. Take your time. Adjust your feet. Find your alignment first. Good. Back lift heel. Rotates down. Hands come behind you. Palms together. Interlace the fingers. Roll your chin into your chest and lift your hands off your hips. Open your shoulders. Breathe for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hands will come back to the hips and then down to the mat. Back heel rotates up. Step back to your plank. Have your vinyasa, knees up or down. Low plank, up dog, and downward facing dog. Even if you want to come back to this house pose after the vinyasa, that's cool as well. Separate the knees wide. Let the hips sink down. Maybe even rest into the arms and just breathe here for 3, 2, and then let's go back to the top of the mat. Right foot, left foot, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Roll your spine all the way up to the top, shoulders, head, hands, reach up nice and high. We have that intentional breath again. Take a deep inhale. Blow it all out. Exhale. Good. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Bend the knees, belly to the thighs, forward fold, sinking in. Let's flow again. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Left foot back, right foot back, high plank pose. Again, you can float that foot if you like, and that's making it better for you. Good. Find your space. Press to those toes and float those knees if you need a little more up dog. And then rest those heels down. Relax the shoulders and roll your elbows together. Humble warrior. Inhale, left leg rises, three-legged down dog first. Rest into that right heel. Exhale, left foot steps forward to the top. Let's find our humble warrior. Back heel is down. Hands behind you. Lift the hands off the hips. Roll in. Again, bring that left shoulder inside the left knee if you want to try to sink a little deeper. Still pulling the chin into the chest. Hold for 2 and 1. Good. Bring the hands back to the mat. Back heel rotates back up. Step back to that plank. Have your vinyasa low plank. Good. Up dog. Nice and downward facing dog. Rest, reset, recover, And remember, coming out of this space, as many steps as you like, 1, 2, 3, 5, or you can even float forward all the way to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, roll your spine all the way up to the top. Shoulders, head, and hands. Exhale, bring the hands to heart center. Last addition to our series before we turn it into a whole flow is going to be our reverse warrior. Same thing with the feet. Step the right foot to the top. Rotate the back heel down. This time, press into this heel. Lift your body all the way up. Your back hand is going to come to your back leg. Your front hand is going to reach for it, palm up. From here, keep pressing that knee over the ankle so you find that depth and start to lengthen this right side body, pulling the right hand up and pulling that shoulder back, sinking into those hips. Remember to adjust your feet to any comfortable space. Give yourself more space if you want more depth in your hips. Give yourself a little bit more, less space, and that'll give you less intensity into your hips. Your choice. Toes, heels, equally apart. Inhale, reach the hands all the way up. Exhale, bend the knees, belly to the thighs, and fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, palms come to the mat. Right foot, left foot, high plank pose. Have your vinyasa low plank. Squeeze the elbows in. Remember, the knees coming down doesn't take away from the pose. It just makes it different. But it's perfect for you. Feels good to your body. It's an absolute way you should do it. Let's find that reverse warrior. Start with your three-legged down dog. Inhale, right leg rises. Exhale, step the right foot to the top. Take your time. Adjust this foot. Good. Rotate the back heel down, press into this front heel and rise all the way up. Left hand can come to this back leg. Right hand starts to rise. Keep pressing that right knee forward so those hips feel that stretch and lengthen this right side body. Try to relax this shoulder down and away from that ear. Slide this hand down past the knee if it can, or stack right on the thigh. Breathe for 2 and 1. Let's take that cartwheel. Right hand comes back to the mat. Left hand comes back to the mat. Back heel rotates all the way up. Step back to your plank. Have your vinyasa, your down dog, your child's pose. Whichever one works out for you as a reset is the one that I want you to take in this moment. Breathe for 4, 3, 2. Let's step back to the top. Right foot, left foot, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Roll your spine all the way up to the top. Shoulders, head, hands. Reach up nice and high. Take a deep inhale. Blow it all the way out. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, belly to the thighs, and forward fold. Let's find that flow again. Inhale, halfway lift. Use your breath. Take your time. Exhale and fold. Go at your own pace. Left foot is back. Right foot is back. High plank pose. Here's our vinyasa. Shift those shoulders forward to keep the elbows stacked over the wrists. Good. Flip your toes, lift your chest. Roll the shoulders back. Find that open heart. Exhale, tuck your toes, lift your hips. Downward facing dog. We're going into that reverse warrior again, starting with a three-legged down dog. Inhale, left leg rises. Exhale, left foot steps to the top. Take your time to adjust. And then back heel down, rise up nice and high. Now this back hand, if you don't want it on the back leg, it can come behind the lower back. Gives you a little bit more oblique work in that space. Good. Press that knee forward. Relax the shoulder down. Lean back away from that front knee. Breathe for 3, 2, and 1. Big cartwheel, left hand down, right hand down, back heel up. Step back to your plank. Have your vinyasa, low plank. Good. Up dog. Nice and downward facing dog. Pedal, reset, recover, breathe, relax your shoulders away from your ears. Let's take it back to the top. Left foot, right foot, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Roll your spine all the way up to the top. Shoulders, head, hands. Exhale, bring the hands to heart center. All right, time to turn the whole thing to one big flow. We're gonna take all those poses that we put right in the middle and put them together as a thing. When we come out of the goddess, the rotation of the feet is what really matters here, okay? So we had the toes out, we had the heels in, we were down into this goddess. We're gonna rise up nice and high. And to take our humble warrior, we'll rotate one side of our toes to the top of the mat. The back heel presses away, so we then find that lunge space. From there, rotate the chest towards the front knee, lower the shoulder down to the knee, hands behind you, start to lift the hands off the hips and chin into the chest. So that's the movement that we need to transition from goddess. But before that, we're just going to do what we've been doing. All right. So let's do it right here at the top. Toes, heels equally apart. Inhale, pull the shoulders back. Remember, ankles, knees, hips, long spine, top of the head, top of the body. Inhale, reach the hands all the way up. Let those biceps come back behind the ears. Exhale, bend the knees and fold. Belly down to the thighs, top of the head towards the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, flatten the back. Good. Exhale, palms to the mat. Right foot is back, left foot is back, high plank pose. Here's our vinyasa. Take it on your own breath. Maybe you need to hold this up dog for a few seconds longer than everybody else. And that's okay. Honor your body. Give yourself that space if you need it. And then meet me in this down dog once you're ready. Starting right here, inhale, right leg rises, three-legged down dog. Exhale, step the right foot to the top, walk the hands to the left, wide leg, fold. Toes and heels are equal. Good. Fold the belly down, bring the hands behind the back, pull the hands off the hips. Option to bend the knees a little bit if you need a little bit for your hamstrings. Breathe for three, two, and one. Goddess pose. Bring the hands down to the mat. Heels come in, toes go out. Sink your hips down, pull the knees apart, lift the chest nice and high. Play with the hands any way you like. Breathe for three, two. We're going towards your right, so rise up nice and high. Right toes rotate to the top of the mat. Back heel presses away to give you that length. Good. Humble warrior. Twist your chest towards the knee. Rotate so that shoulder comes down right on top of that knee. Hands behind the back. Chin into the chest. Lift the hands off the hips. Breathe for three, two, and one. Reverse warrior. Lift by pressing into that front heel. Left hand comes to the back leg. Right hand rises nice and high. Keep pressing that right knee forward. Relax this right shoulder down. Breathe for three, two, and one. Big cartwheel. Right hand comes down. Left hand comes down. Back heel rotates up. Step back to the plank. Have another vinyasa. Low plank. Good. Up dog. And downward facing dog. Tuck the toes, lift the hips, rest into the heels, relax the shoulders. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Let's go back to the top. Exhale. Right, left, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. And then roll the spine up to the top. Shoulders over the hips, head over the shoulders, hands over the head. Intentional breath. Deep inhale. Blow it out. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. Let's take it back through the last time. Exhale and fold. Bring it down. Inhale. Halfway lift. Exhale. Fold. Left foot back. Right foot back. High plank. Pose. Have your vinyasa. Low plank. Good. Up dog. Lift those toes. Lift the chest. Down dog. Tuck your toes and lift your hips. Remember, find your way through it. Find the way that works out best for you. And do that every single time. No matter what I call, you do what's best for your body. Inhale, left leg rises, three-legged down dog. Exhale, left foot steps, wide leg fold. Walk the hands around, rotate the belly through, hands behind the back. Lift them off your hips. Breathe for three, two, and one. Goddess pose. Bring the hands down, heels in, toes out. Lift the chest, stack over the hips, sink in. Press into those pinky toes. Hold for three, two, and one. Humble warrior. Rise up high. Right heel presses away. Left toes to the top of the mat. Left shoulder melts down over that left knee. Hands behind the back. Chin into the chest. Lift the hands off the hips. Maybe sink a little bit deeper inside of that left knee. Breathe for three, two, and one. Good. Let's come up to the reverse. Press into that left foot. Right hand comes to the back leg or behind the lower back. Left hand pulls back. Keep pressing that left knee forward. Relax this left shoulder. Breathe for three, two, and one. Cartwheel, left hand, right hand, back heel up. Left foot goes back to the plank. Knees up or down. We can still have it the way that feels best to you. Low plank. Up dog. Downward facing dog. Rest into the heels, relax the shoulder, breathe and reset for three, two, step or float back to the top. Left foot, right foot, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Roll your spine all the way up to the top. Shoulders, head, hands. Exhale. Bring the hands to heart center. Sun salutations check. We did it. Wipe your face off. Get some water. Take a quick break. Let's get ready to hop into the ocean wave. The body is ready now. The shoulders are warm. The hips are warm. The quads are awake. We can get into this space. We're going to start with a chair pose. In our chair pose, you want to make sure your toes and heels are equally apart. Again, you can bring them a little closer if you like, but Bringing them closer together is going to play with your balance a little bit more. When you sink into your chair, I don't want you to let your knees buckle together. I want you to press into those pinky toes and keep those knees strong. Remember, your chair starts as soon as your knees bend. So this is a chair pose. This is fine. It acknowledges all the muscles in your legs. If you want more chair, you sink down a little deeper. If you want less chair, you rise up a little higher. Have the one that feels best to you and that serves your practice today. All right, let's get started right here at the top. Toes, heels, equally apart. Inhale. Pull the shoulders back. Exhale, sink into your chair. Keep pulling those knees apart, pressing into the pinky toes. Lift your chest. You can have your hands in your heart, or you can even take them over your head if you like for three, two, and one. Stand tall. Shake it out. Let it go. This is your space to reset. This is your space to take a break, have a little bit more water, wipe your face off again. Whatever you need as a reset in this space, take it right now. Breathe, curse at me, whatever you're going to need. But remember, we're going through repetition. So learn from the last round and acknowledge what you can do to improve your practice to either make it more comfortable for you or make it more challenging for you, whatever you want for your practice today. One more time. Toes, heels equally apart. Inhale, pull the shoulders back. Exhale, sink into your chair. Hold and breathe. Find your comfortable depth. You should be able to play with your toes because the weight is into the heels of your feet. Breathe for two and one. Stand tall. Shake it out. Let it go. Remember, as you press up to stand tall, you're pressing through those heels. This is your chair pose, right? So play around with it as you like. If you want to rise up and do a toe stand instead of being on your heels into your feet, feel free to do that. It's your practice. Enjoy your practice on any level that you feel like you want to practice on. Pushing for that most, have at it. Just wanting a little movement, have at it. All right. Moving forward, we're going to go into a chaturanga right here. So from the chair pose, we'll lower the hands down, step the feet back to the back of the mat, knees up or down. Find that chaturanga. Try to keep your belly and your chest off the mat. Remember, your chaturanga starts as soon as your elbows bend. So push your shoulders forward, have a little bit of a bend. This can be your chaturanga for the day, right? If you want the full expression, you want to bring the shoulders down to the elbow height. But anything higher than that, as long as you have a little bend into the elbows, you're activating those muscles. You're doing it. Core muscles are working. Knees down behind the hips or keep the knees up. It's your choice. Remember to play around with it. You can do it this way sometimes and a different way other times if you want. Toes, heels, equally apart. Inhale the shoulders back. Exhale, chair pose. Sink in. Breathe for three, two. Bring the hands down. Right foot back, left foot back. Chaturanga, shoulders forward. Squeeze the elbows into the sides. Breathe for three, two, and one. We're coming back to the chair. So press and rise up to the high plank. Step the right foot back forward. Left foot back forward. Sink the hips down. Lift the chest up. Hold and breathe for three, two, and one. Rise up nice and high. Take that space. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Shake it out. Let it go. Release it from the legs. Remember, when you come back to that chair, challenge yourself. Stay in a deep chair. Rise up as much as you need to so that it's comfortable, but challenge yourself to stay in that deep chair without rising all the way up, okay? Let's give it a try again. Toes, heels, equally apart. Inhale, pull the shoulders back. Exhale, sink into your chair. Pull those knees apart. Don't let them start to buckle together. Lift the chest. Three, two, and one. Bring the hands down. Left foot goes back this time. Right foot goes back this time. Chaturanga. Squeeze the elbows in. Remember, bring the knees down if you need to for three, two, and one. Left foot comes back to the top. You can keep your knees down right here. Step that left foot forward. Right foot forward. Sink into your hips and breathe for three, two, and one. Stand tall. Shake it out. Let it go. Let it breathe. Let it move. Now we're going to go to a high lunge from this space. You have a couple ways to get there. From this chaturanga position, you can just rise up to a high plank, step your right foot forward, and that's where your high lunge will start. We'll start to lift the chest. Remember, you can adjust your feet, find that good lunge position that you need. If you need a little more lift, maybe you take the hips up and then step the right foot forward, or even take the hips up, three-legged down dog, and step the right foot forward to find your high lunge. Either way, once you step that foot forward, adjust your feet, find your alignment first, and then lift through the chest. Hands can come to the heart or all the way over the head. Either way, relax those shoulders down. Find that space. And then we're going all the way back. Chaturanga, chair, and back to the beginning. Ocean wave. Water flows in, water flows out. You know how this goes. Let's do it again. Toes, heels, equally apart. Inhale, pull the shoulders back. Exhale, sink into this chair. Hold and breathe for 3, 2, chaturanga. Bring the hands down, right foot back, left foot back. Sink in, knees up or down. 3, 2, 1. High lunge. Take it back, right foot forward, lift the chest. Option to keep the back knee down if you need to as well. Hands in your choice, heart or over the head. 3, 2, 1. Let's go back to that chaturanga. Lower the hands. Good. Right foot back. Good. Sink in. Squeeze the elbows in for 3, 2, 1. Chair pose. Right foot forward. Left foot follows. Hips sink down. Chest rise up for 3, 2, 1. Stand tall. Shake it out. Let it go. Breathe, reset, and recover. Remember, keep that knee down as much as you need to, as much as it supports your practice, as much as it helps you get through this. The most important thing is giving your body that movement. And regardless of whether your knee is up or whether your knee is down, it's the same movements, the same muscles, still getting activated. You're just having a little less because that's where your body is today, and we want to honor that space that your body's in today. All right, let's do the other side. Toes, heels equally apart. Inhale the shoulders back. Exhale, sink into your chair. Hold and breathe for 3, 2, chaturanga. Good. Hands down, left foot back, right foot back. Take your chaturanga. Remember, you can float a foot if that's still in your practice for 3, 2, high lunge. Left foot steps to the top of the mat. Sink into the hips. Roll the shoulders back. Hold and breathe for 3, 2, 1. Back to your chaturanga. Bring the hands down. Left foot goes back. If you're still floating that foot, have it right here for 3, 2, 1. Chair pose. Left foot to the top. Right foot to the top. Toes and heels are equal. Lift the chest, sink into the hips for 3, 2, 1. Stand tall. Shake it out. Let it go. Let it breathe. Let's move forward. Lizard twist is next. As the right foot is forward in that high lunge, we're lowering the left hand down to the mat. Your left hand can come down to a block. If you would like, it's going to be right next to your right foot. But just remember, when the left hand comes down, it's going to come down under the left shoulder. So not directly next to the foot, giving yourself that space to have your chest. And then we'll go for a twist. Chest towards the knee, right hand towards the sky. Sink into these hips. A lot of times when we twist up, the hips will start to rise up to help us, but keep pressing the knee forward, keep sinking into these hips, find that deep lunge so we can keep working into those legs. All right, let's do it right here at the top, toes, heels. I'm going to start with my block. So if you want your block, have it on that left side right now. Good. Roll the shoulders back on an inhale. Exhale, chair. Breathe for 3, 2, 1. Go back to chaturanga. Option to bring the knees down if you need to. Squeeze the elbows in. Come as deep as you like for 3, 2, 1. High lunge. Keep the knees down. Step that foot forward. That back knee can stay down as you rise up to this lunge. Breathe for 3, 2, 1. Left hand comes down to the mat. Right hand reaches up nice and high. Option for that back knee to stay down in this space. Breathe for 3, 2, 1. Coming back to the high lunge. Roll that arm around. Lift the chest back up. Keep sinking into those hips for 3, 2, 1. Chaturanga. Hands down. Right foot goes back. Knees down. Still, if we're practicing like that, hold for 3, 2, 1. Bringing it back to the chair pose. Right foot to the top. Left foot to the top. Sink it to the hips. Lift the chest. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Rise up nice and high. Shake it out. See what I mean? We can keep that modification in there and still get all of that good work. Still give our bodies all of that good movement, that good mobility, the good stretch that we're looking for. You're not missing out on anything by accepting that modification, except making your practice more enjoyable for you instead of more intense, chaotic and insane. Right? We still want to make sure that we love what we do and we love our practice. All right. Same thing, opposite side. I'm going to go up this time, so no block, no anything. So if you're looking for that intensity, this is the round where I'm going to give it to you. Toes and heels equally apart. Inhale the shoulders back. Exhale, sink into that chair. Bring it in as deep as you can. Breathe for 3, 2, 1. Chaturanga, hands down. Left foot back, right foot back. Option to float that foot. Hold for 3, 2, 1. High lunge. Stepping that left foot to the top. Adjust your feet. Lift the chest. Roll it back. Hold and breathe for 3, 2, 1. Right hand melts down towards the mat. Left hand reaches up towards the sky. Lengthen that back leg and sink into these hips. Breathe for two, and one. Rolling that left hand to the back, down, and all the way back up to the high lunge, still sinking in nice and deep. Breathe for three, two, and one. Chaturanga. Hands come down. Left foot is back. Squeeze the elbows into the sides for three, two, and one. Chair pose. Left foot, right foot. Sink to the hips. Lift the chest. Sink in deep for three, two, and one. Stand tall. Shake it out. Breathe. Remember, this is your practice. These are your intentions. You said it coming into this. If you wanted more, have more. You just needed some movement, just have some movement. Adjust the practice for what your body needs and what your body's asking for. All right, let's get back into these arms. Side plank. When we bring the left hand down in that lizard twist, we're taking this right foot and sliding it towards the back of the mat. If you need to, lower the back knee before we slide the right foot back, and here's where we'll find our side plank. If you're keeping the knee up, that's fine. You have two options. You can still slide that foot back and find your side plank, or you can lift that foot from this space and float it all the way back and find that space. Either way, you want that shoulder over the elbow, elbow over the wrist, core muscles engaged, trying to lift that bottom hip off the mat, okay? Let's have some fun together. Toes, heels, equally apart. Inhale the shoulders back. Exhale, sink into that chair. Bend those knees and sink in as deep as you feel comfortable. Three, two, and one. Chaturanga. Hands come down. Right foot is back. Left foot is back. Squeeze the elbows in for three, two, and one. High lunge. Stepping the right foot to the top of the mat. Lift the chest. Roll the shoulders back. Hold for three, two, lizard twist. Exhale. Left hand comes down. Right hand goes up, sinking in. Breathe for three, two, and one. Side plank. Taking the right foot to the back of the mat. Lift the hips. Right hand towards the sky. Left hand supports. Breathe for three, two, and one. Let's go back to the lizard twist. Slide the right foot all the way back to the top of the mat. Sink back into those hips. Back heel is back up. Breathe for three, two, high lunge. Roll it around. Lift the chest. Sink in. Three, two, chaturanga. Hands down. Right foot back. Squeeze it in for three, two, chair pose. Right foot, left foot, hips down, chest up. Three, two, and one. Stand tall. Shake it out. Let it go. Breathe. Wipe your face. Grab some water. Whatever you need as a reset space right here. Shake it out. Let it go. Remember, if you're watching this, you're flowing with me. You're dying right now. And you haven't been putting those knees down, you like it. And I like it. And we like it. We are a tribe. And that is okay. But remember, honor your body, respect your practice, and allow yourself to lower your knees down if that would support your practice to make it a little bit more comfortable and allow you to continue to do it to help you get through it a little bit better. Remember, the most important thing is getting that movement for your body so you have that mobility and have health. It's not about accomplishing a pose, okay? Let's do the other side. Toes, heels equally apart. Inhale the shoulders back. Exhale, sink into that chair. Hold and breathe for three, two, chaturanga. Left foot back, right foot back. Knees up or down. Squeeze the elbows in. Three, two, and one. High lunge. Left foot steps to the top. Lift the chest. Option to rise up after you step with the knee down. Hold for three, two, lizard twist. Right hand down, left hand up. Option to bring that back knee down if that was enough. Breathe for three, two. Now, if you don't have your back knee down, you can. And then right here, slide your left foot back and find that side plank. Right shoulder over the wrist, left hand up nice and high. Breathe here for three, two, and one. Now we can bring this left foot back to the top and maybe it's supported a little bit better. Hold for three, two, and one. High lunge, roll it around, lift the chest. Options to lift that back knee or keep it down. Hold here for three, two, chaturanga. Hands down, left foot back, knees up or down. Squeeze it in for three, two, and one. Chair pose. Left foot, right foot, sink in, lift the chest. Hold for three, two, and one. Rise up. Nice and high. Shake it out. Let it go. Peak pose. Time for some arm balance. We're going for EPK arm balance today. The goal here is to bring your right knee to your right arm, your right elbow, your left knee to your left elbow. That's the whole goal. But if you make it to there and you want EPK in your practice, you want to float for arm balances, Here's the steps that we're going to work through, okay? So when we're in our side plank, we're just going to bring the right hand down, and that's when we'll find our EPK. We're bringing this right knee towards the right arm. Back knee can be down to support this. This foot can also be down and support this and still be in this space, okay? You want a little more, lift the foot. You want a little more, lift the back knee. Now, if this is comfortable for you, you can make it. Try to chaturanga the arms here to start to stack this right knee on top of your right arm. If this is a little comfortable for you, maybe shift forward, start to float that back leg, and then have your EPK stretch, okay? So have your EPK if it's in your practice. Feel free to skip it if it's not. Just bring the knee to the arm, and that's a comfortable space to get started in. It's going to work those arms, going to work that core, going to give you everything that we've been having so far. Take this space, take this opportunity, have the practice. Let's do it. Toes, heels equally apart. Inhale, pull the shoulders back. Exhale, sink in and breathe. Chair pose. Hold for 3, 2, and 1. Hands down. Chaturanga. Right foot back, left foot back. Knees up or down. Good for 3, 2, and 1. High lunge. Right foot to the top. Adjust your feet. Lift your chest. Roll it back. Hold for 3, 2. Left hand comes down to the mat. Right hand reaches nice and high. Twist, breathe. 3, 2. Side plank. Right foot floats all the way to the back. Your choice. Stack. 3, 2, and 1. Right hand comes down. Find your high plank. Exhale. Right knee to the arm and hold that EPK if it's in your practice for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back to the side plank. Right foot to the back. Right hand rises. Breathe for 3, 2. Lizard twist. Right foot steps back to the top. Keep the left hand down. Right hand is up. Use the left hand to help you twist. Sink into these hips for 2, and 1. High lunge. Roll it around. Breathe for 3, 2. Chaturanga. Bring the hands down. Take the right foot back. Squeeze it in for 3, 2. Chair pose. Right foot, left foot. Sink to the hips. Lift the chest for 3, 2, and 1. Rise up. Nice and high. Shake it out. Woo. Come on. Who can use the white with me? Who's going to have some water now? Allow yourself that space. Reset, recover, restore. We got to do it one more time, and it's all recovery after that. Try to let your breath come back. Try to acknowledge what happened in the last round. Make the adjustments that work out for you, okay? This is the last round. This is the last side of the body. We're going through again. If you need to bring knees down where you didn't last round, that is okay. Practice for the side of the body that we're on and the body that you're in today, okay? All right, let's do it. Toes, heels, equally apart. Inhale the shoulders back. Exhale, sink into that chair. Your chair. Hold for 3, 2. Chaturanga. Hands down. Left foot back. Right foot back. Knees up or down. Squeeze it in for 3, 2, and 1. High lunge. Left foot steps to the back. Lift the chest. Hold and breathe for 3, 2. Lizard twist. Right hand down. Left hand up. Twist and sink into those hips. Hold for 3, 2, and 1. Side plank. Left foot slides to the back of the mat. Right shoulder over the right wrist. Hold and breathe here for 3, 2, and 1. Left hand rotates down. Come to that high plank. Exhale. Left knee comes to the arm. Breathe right here for 3, 2, and 1. Inhale. Left leg slides back towards the back of the mat. Rotate the left hip up. Left hand up. Side plank. Right shoulder stacks for 3, 2, and 1. Lizard twist. Bring the left hand back towards the top of the mat. Left hand reaches up. Twist the chest towards the knee. Hold and breathe for 3, 2. High lunge. Press through that front foot. Lift the chest high. Breathe for 3. Remember the hands come in the heart for 2, and 1. Chaturanga. Left foot goes to the back. Squeeze the elbows in and lower down. Hold for 3, 2, and 1. Chair pose. Left foot, right foot. Sink the hips down. Lift the chest up. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Stand tall. Shake it out. Let it go. Come on down to the mat. Let's find some recovery right here. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Quick child's pose, knees wide, toes together. Sink the hips back into the heels and just breathe. Rock side to side a little bit. Inhale and exhale. Let it all go. We're going to roll over to our back to finish up, but right now we're just going to stretch this out right here. So let's come forward to a tabletop really quickly. Good. Hips over the knees, hands over the shoulders. And we'll start right here with a thread the needle. Inhale, right hand rises nice and high. Exhale, reach the right hand under the body, out the left side. Lower the right shoulder down. Now you can take your left hand over your head to help you twist the left shoulder up a little higher, or you can take your left hand over your lower back and help you twist the left shoulder up a little higher. But find that twist, stay a little comfortable. Breathe for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring your left hand back in front of your face. Press yourself back up. Inhale. Right hand rises back towards the ceiling. Exhale. Lower the right hand all the way down. Good. Now, right here, let's have a cat cow. Inhale. Gaze up, belly down. Exhale. Chin into the chest, belly button to the spine. One more. Inhale. Gaze up, belly down. Excuse me. Exhale. Chin into the chest, belly button to the spine. Good. Inhale. Come back to a flat back. We're going to do the same thing to the other side. So inhale. Left hand rises nice and high. Exhale, left hand reaches under the body, left shoulder comes down. Good. Right hand is over the head to help with the twist, or over the lower back to help with this twist. Good. Breathe. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Right hand comes back in front of your face. Inhale, left hand back up towards the sky. Exhale, come back to the tabletop. One more cat cow right here. Inhale, gaze up, belly down. Exhale, belly button to the spine, chin into the chest. Good. Inhale, come back to a flat back, and then lower down to your belly, all the way down to your belly. We're going to get a shoulder stretch right here, that scorpion. We're going to start by bringing the left hand under the left shoulder, elbow up and to the side. Left foot rises up towards the sky, and then press into this left hand. Roll the left foot over the right leg and bring it down. The right hand is extended all the way out, and we're finding that shoulder stretch. Now, if you want a little bit more, maybe press into this left hand to get more stretch. You want a little bit less, maybe roll back towards this left hand and have your stretch right there. Either way, find some comfort. Breathe in. Stay for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. We're going to go right back to the other side. So lower your shoulder, lower your hip, lower your knee, lower your foot. Good. Slide the left arm out long. Right hand comes under the right shoulder. The right foot will rise up, roll over, and bring it down towards the floor. Finding that same stretch on the opposite side. Remember, you can reach this right hand back behind you. That'll give you a little bit more stretch. But just lay yourself back into this right hand, and that'll take it away a little bit and not make it so intense. Breathe for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming back to the belly, we're going to have a half frog right here. So find some comfort in your arms. Bring your left leg up your left side body and just kind of press your left hip down into the floor. Find a little bit of stretch here. We won't be here for very long, just a few seconds. If you extend your foot out, the hip stretch gets a little deeper. If you bring the foot in a little closer to the opposite leg, it becomes a little bit more supported. So have the space that feels good to you. Press this left hip down into the mat. Breathe for 3, 2, and 1. We're going to extend the body here. So slide the left leg all the way back. Reach the hands over the head. Lower your forehead down to your mat. And just take this length right here as you stretch the fingertips away from the toes. Hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Same thing on the opposite side. We want that half frog. So bring the hands back to a comfortable space. Right knee slides up the right side of the body. Press the right hip down and just hold this half frog. Allow those hips to get a little bit of reset. You're pressing this right hip down. If there's a lot of space under your right hip, slide that right knee away from you a little bit and let those hips get a little flatter. Find a little bit more stretch. Hold for 4, 3, 2. Let's take another extension right here. Right foot goes all the way back. Hands go over the head. Foreheads are down. If you want a little bit more, maybe lift the arms and reach, reach, reach. Point the toes away from each other. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it all the way down. Good. Now we're going to roll over and lay on our backs and come to a butterfly space. So come up to your tabletop. Roll over. Allow your back to come back into the mat. Allow your feet to be down onto the mat. Bring the bottoms of your feet together. Let your knees fall apart. And your hands can come over your belly. They can come out by your side or even over your head if you want a little more shoulder opener after all of that stuff today. Try to relax your glutes as you exhale and try to melt your knees down into the mat. We won't be here for very long. This is just a quick butterfly pose to let the hips finish open up and let the heart open up a little bit. Breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2. Now we're going to try to have a moment of silence here for our Savasana. So slide your legs down a little longer or stay in your butterfly if that feels good to you. Adjust your hands, or if you like where they are, let them stay where they are. Come back to that intentional breath that we had at the beginning of class, taking deep inhales and then blowing all the air out. Exhale. As you blow all the air out, acknowledge how you melt down into your mat. And as you inhale, acknowledge how you rise up off your mat. Stay focused on what's happening into your body as you inhale and exhale. And wrists, your calves, your shins, your forearms, knees and elbows, biceps and triceps, quads and hamstrings, all the way up to the hips and all the way up to the shoulders. A deep inhale pours the energy through the belly, over the shoulders, and then exhale back down your spine. Allow the energy to rise from your shoulders, up your neck, over your chin and mouth. Unclench and relax your jaw muscles. Let the energy roll over your nose and around your ears, circling your head, over your eyes, your third eye, forehead, and all the way to the very top of your crown. Once the energy reaches the top of your crown, you can roll over to your right. Have a moment of fetal pose. Reflect, recover, restore. Return yourself back to the intentions that you set before class, or set new intentions to move forward after class. When you are ready, gently rise up and meet me in a comfortable, seated, easy pose, crisscross applesauce. Take a second. Find your space. Good. Now right here, we're going to have one last wellness check before we go, and then we'll be all done. Lift the shoulders nice and high. Bring your hands to heart center. Take your chin over your right shoulder. Deep inhale through the nose. Loudly out the mouth. Slowly over your left shoulder. Inhale through the nose. Loudly out the mouth. And then all the way back to the center. Thank you for sharing your journeys with me today. I leave you with light, love, and peace. Namaste. Thank you, yogis, so much. I appreciate you guys flowing with me and getting into this. Go and have all your recovery, get in your hot tubs, your cold plunges. Relax your body, use your Theragun, whatever you need to reset, but reset it all and let it go. We are done. Thank you so much. If you're looking for private sessions for me, more classes for me, yoga retreats for me, go to my bio, click on that link tree, and find all of where I'm going to be, when I'm going to be, and when you can practice with me again. Look for more classes to be here. Look for more tutorials to be here. Look for more routines to be here. I do it for you. So I thank you guys so much for being here with me. Thank you. Have a good one. Champion Yogi.